This is the 25th anniversary of the Oklahoma City bombing. In 1995, after the bombing, Oklahomans rushed in to provide whatever support they could, building neighborhood triage centers, providing food to fire and rescue crews, and extending a hand to those who were suffering. These acts of kindness gave us comfort and a sense of community during a very tough time. This became known as the Oklahoma Standard. As our way of honoring these acts of kindness, the Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation will feature 25 people or organizations that exemplify the spirit of the Oklahoma Standard today. Our goal is to amplify their good works and inspire others. As Oklahomans adjust to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are encouraged and inspired by our neighbors doing good works. This week, we recognize Hilliary Communications from Elgin, Oklahoma.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another act of kindness. Just wanted to highlight the wonderful work that Hilliary Communications in Elgin, Oklahoma is doing. And so with me today, we have Benny Brewer and JJ Francis. And so, hi guys, how are you?
Hello. Good morning.
Well, so I really want to give everybody just a quick overview of Hilliary Communications and what you all do. Can one of you start?
Sure. We provide internet, phone, and cable across Oklahoma, southern Oklahoma, and Texas.
Excellent. So, Benny, tell us about what you guys decided to do when COVID-19 happened and how you saw a need in your community and how Hilliary Communications stepped in and met that need.
Yeah, immediately we started thinking about, because, our ownership has children, they go to school here and what they needed to do school work. So we just got a huge influx of calls all of a sudden that needing internet at home, people that, Zoom meetings were going to start going on, and the Hillary's immediately came up with this plan that we would give service to everyone in our service area until July. And that was a 25 meg package. And we just immediately, we started contacting, getting everybody in and ready that we were going to have a lot of installs coming up. And of course, it's still not July, so that service is still going on right now.
And that was a free install, free service, the absolute no cost to the customer whatsoever.
Right.
And JJ, what do you think the impact of that gift will be?
It helped a lot of families complete that schooling, but in addition to hooking up several hundred customers across our markets, we put in 54 Wi-Fi hotspots so that, the people that lived on the fringe of our networks or, even outside of our network, but attended that school could, complete their schooling at the hotspots. And so, our hope is that it, helped bridge a gap and helped people, complete out that school year. But in addition to the Keep America Connected program that we did, the ownership here gave every employee a $2 an hour raise to help with that. I'm sure that, like all of us, most of our employees saw an uptick in food cost and an uptick in, just a variety of expenses. And so that $2 an hour pay raise, helped make that bridge that gap for our employees as well. And then the other thing we did is we tried to go above and beyond in getting PPE supplies for our techs. And so making sure that, every tech, had gloves, masks, everything that they needed to go inside the home so that, we're not only protecting our customers, but our employees as well.
And we started delivering some supplies early to some of the school districts, thinking that we thought it was going to be a short-lived thing. And so we started getting some supplies in and trying to share with the schools, thinking that they were going to take spring break and clean everything down and we were going to go back to normal the week after. And then that ended up not happening, but they ended up, I think, giving in return, they ended up giving to some medical facilities and some daycares and different things that could open. Well, while the rest of the world started slowing down, retail and business and stuff like that, we were super busy. We pretty much had we went into quarantine mode that we were distancing each other, but we worked more than ever during that time frame.
Isn't that true that, the folks that were really on the front lines, yourselves included, were really working so much harder and to really get everyone connected and to make sure that everybody had what they needed so they could work safely at home. So I appreciate everybody in your company that worked to connect kids and families and keep those connections really moving forward. After going through this experience, and I think your company has a great reputation of always living up to the Oklahoma standards. So this is just another example of that. But what would you tell people at home? How can they use stories like this to really leverage their own resources and make a difference?
So, the thing is I don't think there's an aspect of life that hasn't been impacted by all of this. We've heard from several families that have signed up for service so that they can talk to their loved one in a nursing home. And, I don't think they're going to open nursing homes, anytime soon. But it's one of these things that we're finding new ways to be connected. We're finding new ways to be a family, new ways to be friends. Here at Hilliary, we basically cut our department to said, okay, don't communicate outside of your department in person. And, for a couple of weeks, me and Benny didn't see each other in the office. Mm-hmm. And so, it just meant that we, texted a little bit more, hey, how's this going? We emailed a few more things. And, so I think this is changing how society functions. And I think that a lot of the changes will stick around, at least the good changes. But, I think that all of us can learn to be patient and to work through the problem a little bit more, a little bit more pragmatic, I guess, would be the way I want to say that.
I think Oklahoma, though, from what I've seen, Oklahomans have been just really nice through this whole thing. I think we've just seen out shopping. When you did go shopping or the grocery store, people were real courteous, and more so people were more understanding. And I never saw anyone, upset about all the little stipulations that you have to go through to go to the grocery store, or anything like that. And I think that as a state, we have that in general, but I think it really showed during this time.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think this is a great place to live. And knowing the two of you a little bit, you're social butterflies and you like being out in the community. So I'm sure that this has been a challenge for you two as well. But I really do appreciate the kindness that you've poured into the community, really. You have definitely been good ambassadors of the brand, and appreciate that very much.
I'll tell you what, it's easy to be an ambassador for a brand like us because, the family has stepped up and, made a difference in the community, and really they facilitate what me and Benny do. They make it all possible.
I would encourage everyone also to support your not-for-profits when things come around. I know a lot of events here in our area have been put off, and these not-for-profits are going to suffer from that in the next year with their income being affected. So if you can get out and support your local organizations and things like that, we do as a corporate level for a lot of things, and probably we'll give some that even if the event doesn't go on, but we'll encourage Oklahomans to support their local not-for-profits.
I love that. That's absolutely a way everyone can make a difference and be involved. So thank you very much. Guys, it's always a pleasure to see your faces, and continue to keep doing great work, and hopefully we'll see you at the ballpark soon.
Thank you. Thank you.